What's up YouTube, Shane Heath, the local grass hole here. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about the first step to improving your yard. The first step to improving your yard is proper mowing. I have to mow my grass every 2 to 3 days, and that's because of the growth I get. A lot of it is my ryegrass is jumping right now. It's springtime, so it's loving these temperatures. Alright, so let's talk about the number one reason why you should not let your grass grow really tall before you cut it, and why frequent mowing is best. So there's this thing called the 1/3 rule. It means you don't cut off more than 1/3 of the blade length of grass. So if your grass is 3 inches tall, you don't want to cut off more than 1 inch of grass at a time. And the reason behind this is, if the more blade that you take off is the more stress you're going to put on this grass. Imagine going out here to your flowers and cutting half of them off. Well, it's going to really stress that plant to try to grow back. So what we're going to do is we're only going to try to take off 1/3 at a time. Now you're going to see here that my grass was a little bit over 3 inches tall, and I normally keep it maintained at 1.5 inches. Now I had just cut this grass 2 days before. This was only 2 days of growth. So a lot of it is my ryegrass jumping up because it's springtime and it's loving the temperatures we're having here between 70 and 80 degrees. We got rain since the last time I cut also, so this made it jump. But you'll realize that I'm not really cutting my zoysia grass too much, which doesn't need to be cut as often because it doesn't stand up as tall. You can't go 7 to 10 days without cutting your grass. Alright, so another thing that I can discuss here is every time I cut my yard, I cut it in a different direction. You'll see in the video that I was going long ways across. Next time I cut it, I'll go short ways, up and down. I always alternate. Sometimes I'll do diagonals across. Always hitting it at a different angle so that way the grass doesn't get used to how it's being cut. Now I know if you have a normal life, you have kids, you have things outside of cutting your grass every day, it's going to be hard to follow that 1/3 rule. So I'm going to try to stay as close as possible. Every 2 days I have to cut my yard. It's just how it is, it needs it. Now when we get into the summertime and it's hot, we might hit some droughts, it really slows down and I might go 4 or 5 days without need cutting. Which my Bermuda in my front yard, I'm actually keeping it 3/4 of an inch tall, so that is needing to be mowed more frequently because I'm doing it with a man-powered reel mower, which means the less I can cut off at a time, the easier it is on me. The back here, I'm on it every 2 days cutting, like I said, because that's what it needs. So now frequent mowing will also help with weed control, because your weeds are going to want to stand up tall and get out there and get sun over your grass. If you keep them cut down short, like my zoysia is supposed to be kept at 1.5 inches tall, which is what I do. It's hard for those weeds to compete at that height because they can't stand up and really get their leaves and blooms out. Now another thing with mowing is you really want to keep your blade sharp. You don't want to be tearing the grass, you want to have a nice smooth clean cut. If you're not cutting your grass nice and even and it's ripping, then you're actually causing more problems in the future. You're going to have fungus and disease that gets into your grass from those cuts. Now also you'll see in this video, I'm mulching my grass. I normally don't mulch, I normally always bag because I don't like carrying grass clippings into the house. But I had just put down a bag of fertilizer 2 days before, so I didn't want to suck it all up in my bag and then throw it in the woods behind the house. I wanted to make sure it stayed on the grass, because you actually will suck up your fertilizer if you're bagging. You will collect it, and that is product that you've wasted at that point. Now I know while you're watching this video, you're going to say, oh, his grass is not perfect. Well, this is me coming to you. I'm not a guy that's been doing this for a while. My yard was not established from sod and it was already looking good. Then I just started doing lawn care afterwards. No, I took this yard from dirt, which looked like this, all the way to what it is now in just one summer and the fall following. So hopefully this spring we'll be able to get it even more, and that's kind of why I'm doing this, because I want to show your average homeowner with the average lawnmower. I think I got maybe $300 in my lawnmower, what you can do to your yard just by using simple products without paying some big brand company to come out here and spray your yard for an arm and a leg every month. You can do it yourself and you can save yourself a lot of money. So hopefully now that this video is over with, you're going to get out there in the yard and get that grass cut, and you're going to stay on top of it. That'll really help things. You may not think, oh, I don't have a lot of grass, but keeping what you do have cut will help in the overall health of your yard. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Like I said earlier, hit subscribe, hit the like button if it helped you out, and let's keep this going. We got some people that are reaching out to me so I can get some new products in here and show you guys some things that actually really do help and not spend an arm and a leg.